So what I have here is two Glock 19s. One is a Gen 3, Austrian proof marked, and one is a Gen 4. Now before I get into this, let me first tell you that the black coating on the slides has absolutely nothing to do with Tenifer. Tenifer is not used anymore now that they're making Glocks in the US. But the Tenifer treatment was applied to bare metal before there ever was a coating put on, and Tenifer actually goes down so many millimeters. It gets embedded into the steel. It actually soaks into the steel a little bit, the Tenifer. Then that's just done on bare steel. Then later, a coating is applied to the slide. Now I'm going to show you the difference in these two Glocks right here. Okay. Now, on top is the Gen 4, and on the bottom here is the Gen 3. Now, I hope this lighting is doing it justice, and I think it will. But I know that you can see a difference in these finishes. I can see it looking through the viewfinder. This is probably going to be more pronounced in person than it is on the camera, but I think you're going to get the idea here. Now, basically the bottom here, this Gen 3, and this doesn't apply just to Gen 3 and Gen 4 models, because there's also Gen 4 guns that have the different finishes as well. Now, on this bottom, the Gen 3 here, this finish is what I call like a Teflon, kind of like the Teflon on a frying pan, and it's almost kind of a silver glitter finish. There's almost just a slight tinge of almost a glittery effect to it, if that makes sense. If you can see what I'm talking about on camera. Almost like an orange peel texture, like an orange peel reflector in a flashlight. It's a very glossy, and this is known to be and proven to be the most durable finish that there is on the Glocks, on any of them. This finish here, the Teflon frying pan type orange peel finish, the glossy finish, it's more slicker. This is the most durable finish on the Glock. Now, this is just my opinion, but this is the finish that I prefer. Some guys call this the flat battle tank gray finish. Now, as you can see, this is a smooth finish. What this finish feels like to me would be like if you took a piece of chalk and you rubbed your fingers along the chalk like this. You know, that is what this finish feels like to me. Okay, there is no orange peel. There is no there is no shimmer or glitter effect. And this finish is the easiest to scratch. I just personally like it the best myself. I like the look of it. But with that comes the fact that this gun does scratch easier, and I'm willing to accept that. It doesn't bother me. And I'm sure for most of you guys, you're going to put down in the comments it doesn't bother you either and you don't care. And I understand that because I don't care either. Now, when I got this gun, see if I can show you one here. There was a couple small... I got this gun, I believe, the day or the day after it arrived at the gun store from the distributor. And I don't know if it's going to show on camera. There was a couple little scratches already on it. One was right up here at the corner. I don't think it's going to show. Almost just like a little handling mark or something of that nature. I don't know if I can get the light right on this. Okay, right there, you can see up there. This gun is the finish on this slide is starting to wear in up here from being carried. You can see this sharp edge right here up around the corner is already starting to wear. Now, I've had this gun for, I don't know, 3-4 months maybe. And it does have a lot of carry on it. But you can see right there on the sharp corner up to the edge right here and around, you can see how it's starting to wear, and right here on the side you can see some wear to this finish. Now, I know of guys, now look at this finish up close and we'll see the difference again. I know of guys out there that have this finish on their guns and have carried for much longer than just a handful of months, up into the years, and there is no wear visible on their slide. There is no wear visible on this finish. I don't know what the coating is on this, what makes it more durable or less prone to get scratches, but this finish is without a doubt the most durable. And it's, like I said, it's easy to tell once you know what you're looking for and you go to the gun store, like after you see this video, you'll know right away, right off the bat. You know, some guys don't even notice the difference in finishes. And the barrel's different too, and I'm going to show you that. Now, I don't have an example of this, but there is a third difference in finish that I don't have here, and it's kind of in between these two. It's got the texture, but it doesn't have the shine that I'm calling it. The almost like a little bit of glitter or shine to it. That third finish does not have that, but it does have the orange peel texture to it. So there is 3 at least finishes that I know of for a Glock. Now let me try to get these. Let me take these slides off, and I'm going to try to get them close up, side by side, and we'll compare the slides, and I'll try to get you some good close-ups to see if you can tell the difference. So I think this is going to really give you a good example of what I'm talking about in differences of finish. As you can already see, I got some wear mark. Now keep in mind, the Gen 4 is the flat black battle tank gray type finish, and the top is the orange peel slick frying pan Teflon finish. Okay? Now, I can really, through the viewfinder, I can really right off the bat spot the differences, and I think you can too. You can see that there is no orange peel texture there, and there is very evidently on the gun up above. It has nothing to do with it being an Austria proof mark gun either. Let me show you the other side here. So you can definitely see the differences there, guys, in the finishes of the Glock. Some people never notice it. You know, some of the newer guys might have never even noticed it. Now let's go to the barrels. Now this is the Gen 3, the slicker finish. You know, the slide has the slicker finish. And this is the Gen 4 with the more matte gray finish, or matte black, almost to a gray tone. Now I can also see through the viewfinder the differences in these two as well. Let me go ahead and do this here at the chamber end. And I'm pretty sure you can see that as well. Now the Gen 3 barrel does not have an orange peel texture, of course, and it does not have like a shimmer to it, but you can see it is a shinier, deeper black than the Gen 4 barrel. And these are factory guns, guys. No coatings, no paint, no Duracoat, no Cerakote. These are straight up factory guns, and just as they came from the factory. Now, while I do like the Gen 4 model the best, reason being is because I can put the large back strap on there, and it just all around gives me a better grip, in my opinion. You know, and that's just for me. Everybody's going to be different with different hand sizes and different, you know, ways that you shoot and hold the gun. That's going to vary depending on you. As for at least, I would say 90+% of guys out there, the Gen 3 grip works fine. Even the majority of the guys that get the Gen 4 don't even use a back strap, which replicates pretty close to the Gen 3 grip, maybe just a little bit slimmer. So for most guys out there, this is going to work fine, but for me, the large back strap just gives me a little bit more room that when I take the grip that I want to, I get that palm in there of my other hand very well, and it just gives me a little bit of extra space that I need, and I get a much more secure grip on the gun. Now, I've heard somebody say this before, and I don't know why or what it is. I know this has the bump on the trigger bar, and you know, I told you about that, how that affects trigger pull a little bit. But this Austria proof-marked Glock 19, for whatever reason, has the best, most crisp trigger of probably any Glock that I've ever handled. I can keep the sights on this gun so steady, so easily, and pull this trigger, and it's very crisp, clean break, and there has been no modifications done, no 3.5 pound connector. This is all standard stock Glock, and it has the most crisp trigger of any of the Glocks that I can remember firing. But unfortunately, this is the one that fits me the best. the one with the back strap. While this trigger is not terrible by any means, and not, you know, not even bad, it's just that there is a difference. There is a difference in trigger pull, and with training, that overcomes all those obstacles. But there you go, guys. I just wanted to take a second there to point this out to you guys and let you see what they had a thread on over at Glock Talk, and just kind of show you in person what two of the different finishes. Turn the camera back on here for a little bit, because there's one point that I was going to talk about that I forgot to mention, and that is one of the theories as to why that there's different finishes on the Glock slides and barrels. And it's basically just a theory, nothing more than that. But the theory is that Glock does not do the slide and barrel coatings, the black coatings, in-house, that they send the slides and barrels out to be coated and then they get shipped back. So the theory would be that there are a couple different companies that Glock sends the slides and barrels to do the coatings for them, and that at the different companies the coatings are just a little bit different. That's just one of the theories. If you have any things that you've heard about that, you can post it in the comments below, or you know what you've heard as far as the different finishes. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'm H4T, and I will talk to you real soon. Out.